My name is Julia. I'm 35 years old, and until recently, I lived in a quiet apartment on the edge of Portland, Oregon. I worked as a finance assistant for a medical supply company and spent the rest of my time running the household. It was just me and my husband, Adam. No kids, no chaos. Just quiet. Or at least, what I used to call quiet.
Speak not so gickly. Adam was the same age as me. He worked in real estate, confident, always in pressed shirts, a perfect smile, always smelling like some designer cologne. People thought I was lucky. What they didn't see was how cold our home had become. One evening changed everything. It was our 7th wedding anniversary and his birthday. I had taken half a day off. I bought his favorite bottle of wine, went to a butcher shop 40 minutes away just to get the exact cut of ribs he loved. I strung lights on our balcony, set the table with white linens, silverware, even a small custom cake with both our names on it. By 7 p.m., I was in my favorite dress, makeup done, candles lit. By 9 p.m., there was still no sign of Adam. At 10:35 p.m., he sent a one-line email. Big client emergency, stuck at the office, rain check. No happy anniversary, no apology, just silence. The next morning, still in the same dress, I went to work. No message from Adam. Around noon, something in me snapped. I called his office. The receptionist paused, then said, "Oh, he resigned 3 days ago." I stood frozen in the hallway, phone shaking in my hand. Resigned? He never told me. I rushed home. Something felt wrong. When I opened the door, I knew. His shoes were gone. In our bedroom, he stood by an open suitcase, calmly folding clothes. "Where are you going?" I asked. "New job, new city." He replied casually, "I'm moving to Santa Clara." I didn't understand. Then he pulled out a folder and placed it on the bed. Divorce papers. No warning, no fight, no tears. Just, "You're no longer the wife I need." He accused me of neglecting him, said I put work first, that I failed as a wife. I stood there speechless. This man I shared 7 years with was already gone. 2 days later, I got a call from the apartment office. Adam had requested to terminate the lease. He left a note. The other tenant will move out by end of the month. That other tenant was me. I stayed calm. I boxed up everything. The furniture, mostly in my name. The memories, useless now. 3 days later, he was gone. I didn't cry, but I couldn't sleep. Until one night, I decided to go to my old high school reunion, just to remind myself I was still alive. There, I met Leo, an old friend from school. Now a single dad, quietly raising a daughter on his own. No drama, just honest conversation. When I told him Adam and I were divorcing, he didn't ask for details. He just nodded, and that meant more than any sympathy. A week after I signed the divorce papers, I got an email from Adam. Subject, proof. I opened it. Attached was a photo, a marriage certificate, his name, a new bride, registered in California, dated the day after our divorce was finalized. And then he called. His voice was smug.
She's everything you're not. Beautiful, refined, and she's pregnant. We're having a girl." I said nothing. Her name was Claire. I knew that name. I looked her up. She used to go to school with me. Back then, she was shy, withdrawn, bullied for her looks. But this version? Unrecognizable. Plastic surgery, a new last name, a new life. Adam married an edited version of someone he barely knew, and somehow he thought this was a win. Months passed. Then, one night, Adam called again. I let it ring, then I picked up. "Claire had the baby," he said. "It's a girl, but she doesn't look like either of us." He sounded shaken. "She won't hold the baby. She cries every time she looks at her. Her mother is raising her." And then he asked me, "Is something wrong with her? With me? With us?" I told him the truth. "You tried to erase who you were, but your daughter carries what's real, your blood, your face, the version of you that couldn't be filtered." He stayed silent, and I ended the call for the last time. It's been nearly a year. I live alone now in a small apartment overlooking the hills outside of Seattle. I walk to work, I grow herbs on my balcony, I drink coffee in silence, and I sleep through the night. I didn't chase healing, I just lived, slowly, truthfully. Leo and I still talk. We meet on weekends. No expectations, just warmth. I don't check on Adam. I don't need to. But life has a way of updating you on people who once mattered. One day, I ran into an old friend at a bookstore. She leaned in and whispered, "Claire's filing for divorce. Adam cheated again. Another woman at work." Their daughter is almost 3, and just like before, the story repeated. People think heartbreak destroys you, but I've learned it doesn't break you, it reveals you. It shows you what you're made of, what you're willing to forgive, and what you'll never tolerate again. Adam didn't ruin my life. He simply stepped out of it, making space for something real. I don't wish him harm, but I do feel sorry for the version of him that keeps running from the one thing he can't escape, himself. As for me, I'm still here, still standing, and that's enough.